There we go.
What's on, man?
What's going on, man? How's it going? How's it going?
You guys hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear
Perfect.
me?
Yep, you got it.
All right, all right. What's going on, sir?
It's living life.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, man. So welcome to the Herfador. We're going to smoke, we're going to sip, and we're going to fellowship.
You got
You
it, man.
know,
Sounds like a plan.
talk about some good stuff. Talk about some good stuff. Yeah, man. So, won't you introduce yourself to the people?
Well, I don't know what to say. My name's Miguel, and I like smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, and I like crafting things with my, when hands-on stuff. Like when I first started with just regular wood stands, and I went to acrylic, and then now I'm doing some skulls with different stones, which they all have different meanings to them, which I don't particularly know all of them. So, uh, but lots of people request special stones, and then we make them out of it. Well, I make them and ship them out to them, and hopefully they enjoy them with a good cigar.
Man, they look real good. I did not print out my questions.
And I didn't
So
read them, so we're on the same page.
but hey, it is what it is.
I
give me one
wanted to
second.
come
I'm gonna
here.
run grab it.
You got it, man.
I'm
You
gonna
got
run
it.
it. I'm gonna run and grab it. Give me 1 second. I can still hear you if you want to talk.
No, we're good. We're good. We'll wait for you, man.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, I'm thankfully you said that. I was gonna taunt you and stuff.
Yeah, man. So what you smoking on?
Man, I was trying to go fancy, but then I just opened up my humidor and I saw one of my favorite cigars, if not my favorite cigars, is Flor de Antillas by My Father Cigars.
Oh,
I
okay,
just, I
okay.
just, I just love that one. It's just like real well balanced, creamy and nutty, and just with a leather, palate to the, and it's just I love it. It's one of the cigars that I first started smoking, and I couldn't, I gotta get a box or two every time I
Yeah,
step in a
yeah.
shop. I just it's a go to cigar for me. It's my go to for sure. I smoke every cigar out there, but I that's this one I like. I enjoy really, really well balanced cigar. What about yourself? Which I asked you already, but let the
Oh
guys know.
man. Over here today, I got this Christoph GC Signature Series.
Mhm.
This is my first time with it. It's pretty good. I really like it. Um, got a lot of nuttiness and oak leatheriness.
Okay.
That's what I look for is the leatheriness and
Oh yeah,
a
for
lot of
sure.
oak and whatnot.
Goes well with a nice scotch.
Oh well, today I'm sipping on some Woodford Reserve.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
I got this new bottle, and that it was gifted to me. It's called Nine Bandit. So you can see
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
never had
I've
it
had that.
before.
I've had that before.
Never had it, and it's had to put a little ice on it. It was like really,
Oh
really.
yeah.
It was really like tongue numbing for sure.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
first, it was fire. I was like Jesus Christ, but it's a little bit of ice and it's well balanced. Like I like it, but it's definitely not a a bottle that I'll go out there seeking myself. Not to like
Mhm.
neglect
Mhm.
it, but I like sipping scotch or whiskey just neat, just no ice. And
Yeah, normally that's
this
what I
one
do
needed
normally.
ice. This one needed ice for sure. I was like, nope, I don't want to
Yeah,
kill my
you.
palate with a cigar and that.
Yeah, man. So what is something that you look for in a good cigar?
Well, I'm not one of those guys that claims to know every single tone or flavor on a cigar, so it's kind of like I just look for a good burn and just something not to like. I don't know, just like a burn and a good draw. Like you
Yeah,
could you
yeah.
could you could work you could work with a bad cigar with good draw, but you can't work with a good cigar with a bad draw. And
Right, right.
that's what I look at it. If it has a good draw, I could like either intensify the flavor by taking an enormous inhale and just working it, but I just look for like nuttiness, chocolate notes, um, there was one cigar that I think what was called. It was a Rocket Patel Royale, and had such a great cocoa flavor to it, and that was like amazing.
Mm.
But then it was like
Yeah.
I must have just gotten one of those perfectly rolled cigars. Then I
Right.
went to buy a
Right.
couple more, and then like I wasn't, it was like, was it a one time wonder, And
Yeah. One of the blender did his thing on that one.
yeah, for sure. And it was like Jesus, like. But I like mild cigars. I do tend to go into some more Maduro ones once in a while. But I
Uh-huh.
just tend to I like well, my fire cigars does a great job with his blends for sure. Pepin
Oh yeah.
works
Oh,
great with his blends, and that's pretty much. I got a ton of cigars.
yeah. You
It
got
just
one of them refrigerator style humidors.
I did at one point. I did at one point. I did at one point. I had to let it go. It just it was too much to deal
Yeah.
with. It's just
Yeah. I
so now
just
I just
got a
got
tabletop.
I got a couple tabletops, and that's pretty much it. It was too tempting to go in there and open it every fucking day. Like it's not good for the cigars.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
now I got tabletops. I got one that has a see-through window on top, but I tend to keep the ones that I really enjoy on just the wooden one. So I'm like so I could go seeking when I really want a cigar, or when I have a good
Uh-huh.
time. I go out there and I'm gonna go out to that humidor, And I got a tabletop humidor that I got from I bought a Acid has his little water towers.
Yeah.
That I'm not a good acid smoker, but I love that humidor, so I bought a fucking couple of those. I give them props to the people that love those that infused cigar, but it just isn't for me. It gets me too lightheaded.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You
not for
know,
me.
it's
Yeah.
just but the once I cleaned out the humidor, it was a great little. It keeps the humidity there perfect. So I was like,
That's
hey,
good. Yeah. As long as it keeps that humidity.
every Friday I just grab one from there, and that's filled with anything under the sun. Depending on how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
usually just grab it. It's you can't go wrong. If I buy them, I can't go wrong with whatever I pick. If they
Right.
were
Right.
gifted to me, I think about it. Like maybe I should wait on that one. But if I bought them, I just grab one. I don't really care. I'm not that picky.
Right. Right. So, how long have you been smoking cigars?
2015 when I got into it, and
15.
2015. So
Oh,
five,
2015.
yeah,
Oh,
6 years ago.
I thought you said I was only 15.
I couldn't afford these at 15. Yeah, 2015 is when I got into it, and to be honest, I just got into them just trying to look cool. It was just one of those things that I saw all these mobster movies, and they always had a cigar, and I just I want to be cool with them.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
had one or two, and I was like, hey, there's something to this.
Right.
And luckily, I had a mild cigar when I bought my first cigar, which I was planning to smoke one that today. It was a Macanero Cafe.
Hmm.
I saw it and I was like, maybe I should smoke one of those today just to bring me back to the sense of what got me into this, But I was like,
Right, right.
I saw this bad boy, so then I'm gonna get one of these,
You gotta go for the my fathers.
Yeah. So Macanudo was my first cigar, and it was just like, wow, I like it. I enjoy it. And I was smoking it, and I was like, people kept on, oh, is that a stogie? And back then, I didn't know what a stogie was, so I kept on saying no, it's a cigar, And people
Yeah,
would look at me,
nah, you're not a
weird, look at me, like, what the fuck? You're such a rude ass, he's like, oh man, like your stogie, like, no, this is a cigar, it's not a stogie. And I realized that was another term for a cigar, so I felt like
Right.
it was. So yeah, that was it. And then I went to buy cigars right online, and I saw this advertisement for making your own cigars. So then I bought a bunch of leaves to try to mold my own cigars, and that was a great failure at first. Trust me, it was like I was rolling fucking torpedoes and just fucking tight as fuck. You cannot get any air out of them those bad boys. But then a year and a half into it, and I was like, I didn't give up. Like I'm gonna get one cigar in there. I'm gonna make it. I'm
Right,
gonna make it
right.
happen. And a year and a half later, I was able to roll a couple cigars that were smokable at least. Then I, 3-4 months later, I got to the blend the way I wanted it, and it was great. I loved it. Then I rolled up about 600 sticks, which took me like about 2
Wow.
months.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
then I put it. It takes people that roll cigars 2 days to do that. It took me fucking couple months by myself, and I gave some to my friends, and they loved it. They enjoyed it the way I did it. So then I started selling them. Bartering with friends online. Like here, half of my cigars, and I give them some of my cigars, and I got a great reception from them, and it was. Then I made a couple 5-packs, sold out quickly, and the thing is that I ain't right on the blend.
Hey, look, I saw it on Instagram, so I was gonna ask you about it anyway, but you went into it. So when are you going to be rolling some more cigars?
I don't know, man. I actually sold my last molds. I gave it to it was a bargain the way I sold those molds. I gave them to this what's his name, Willie Cigars.
Hmm.
He's working with Legion at the moment, and he
Right.
rolls his cigars. And I was like, they were just in my trunk. They were just. I was like, I'm not gonna roll cigars anytime soon. And then when I do, I'll probably buy new molds.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, molds go from anywhere from 100 to 150. And I was like, yo, I got 4 molds. Throw me 150, and I'll ship them to you. And I shipped them out my last molds to them. So I'm not gonna be rolling cigars anytime soon. It's
Well,
really hard to roll cigars in Chicago, man. It's like the fucking winter comes and all your fucking product
oh
goes to
yeah,
shit.
everything. Yeah, it freezes.
I used to have to roll in my bathroom, which I have a big bathroom, so it wasn't that crazy. But just keep tobacco in there and just turn on the fucking hot water to get the
Yeah, get
humidity
that
up.
humidity going. Yeah.
Yeah, it was it's not worth it, not for me at the moment, this is not what I do for a living, I'm an operations manager for a company called Pro M, so my cigar stuff, that's my hobby, so
Yeah.
it's a second income, which it's great, but it only pays for my cigars and my whiskey consumption.
Right, right, right.
At the moment,
But
but
that's
I'm
good.
looking, yeah, for sure, expensive cigars.
Right.
So I'm very happy with that. But I've gotten great feedback from the skulls um, and the molds, and the new ashtrays are coming in. The new ashtrays are fucking. I love them.
Yeah, those yeah,
I was
they're
like,
awesome.
these are so
Yeah.
simple but so sharp at the same time. It's I love them.
I have to get one. I have to
Yeah,
get one.
what
I
I mean.
have to get one.
Hey, I got you with a discount. Don't worry, man. It's all yours. But
My man.
they're so fucking nice. Sorry, I cursed. No, sorry. But they're so nice. I love them, and it's so simple. And I don't know. I tweak my own horn over here, but I just love those fucking.
Yeah, they're
And
amazing. When you sent me the pictures, I was like, wow,
yeah,
it's amazing. I have to get one. I have to get one.
then my scholars, the scholars are I'm not a stone guy all the spiritual stuff, but then a lot of people that like cigars are into that kind of stuff as well, and they were like, yo, can I
Hmm.
get a couple of these, this and that, can you make it out of this stone or can you make it out of that stone? I was like, oh, and it picked up really, and it was I couldn't keep them in
Right,
house,
right.
so but we're working on that. I got
Yeah.
a couple
Well, since you brought it up,
manufacturers.
let's talk about these skulls. These cigar stands. Let's talk about those. So,
Look at
how did
this.
you come up with?
This one is
Yeah, there we
beautiful,
go.
man.
Show that. Show that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's such a beautiful stone. It's all natural. Look at that. It's natural. So it's what Earth made. So
And
it's
you
so
make
beautiful.
that yourself.
So I started making them myself, but dude, it takes fucking days to
Uh
fucking. And so then I got in contact with some people that are they've been doing it for 20, 25 years, and all that they could pop up 10 a day.
Yeah.
Um, and just to keep the price down, man. If it takes me all day to make a skull, how much am I gonna charge for it? Just
Right. Right.
so then I had to outsource
Time is
them, but
money.
I still work on it myself. I get them whole, and then I make the groove on it myself. I just want to do a little bit myself as well. So I make the
Right.
groove on
Right.
it.
Uh huh.
So I still work a little bit on it. But it was just I had a skull one day, and I was like, man, that's cool if I make a little groove on top of it. It wasn't like I was brainstorming shit. It just
Right.
it just
It
came to me,
just
man.
happens.
It was like if it goes, it
That's
goes.
how
If
the
it
best
doesn't, it
ideas
doesn't.
happen.
I got good feedback from it, and then we're working on it. I got a couple of retailers that put in orders for Halloween's a real good,
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
good sell for
Yeah.
me. But I'm trying to how would I say prepare for this year. I want this year to be a little bit better for me, so that way I could expand on it. You know,
Right. Right. Right.
but other than that, it's just I can't. I'm not gonna say. I'm not sit here and talk to him like, oh yeah, I'm like inspirational person and like I come. No, it's just like, hey, I'm a regular Joe, man. Just like smoking
Hey,
cigars and
well,
drinking whiskey.
if you've never watched the Herfador before, I'm gonna pull some inspiration out of you. So
Okay.
you just be ready to give it when I pull it out. So, what does the name of your company? What's the name of your company?
FFK, which was it wasn't originally fuckface. It was originally fuckface killer. Trust, believe it. You know,
Oh, you're serious?
yeah, I was really into graffiti, and I was really
Uh,
into graffiti and like doing bad things, which is just it was not bad things, but like graffiti and stuff like that. And it was like, hey,
yeah,
fuckface killer, dude, you know. But then we matured a little bit, you know, not a
a little
lot,
bit,
but a little
a
bit.
little bit.
So now we're like family, friends, and kind folk. You know, it's like we had to rebrand that. It wasn't.
That's
It could
that's
have kicked.
nice.
It could have kicked
That's
in,
nice though.
maybe. But
Yeah,
I was,
but family, friends, and kind folk is a little bit
yeah,
nicer, a
yeah, for sure. Like,
little bit nicer.
we could sit down and have a couple cigars and talk about it with friends. You
Right,
know, it's like,
right.
oh, fuckface killer. You know. Uh, so yeah, that's. I'm not, familiar with all your guests, but like they're gonna be like that fucking guest was crazy.
Trust me, you ain't the craziest. But
So yeah,
so here we go. Here we go. How do you choose the colors for your design?
I let nature choose them for me, man. If I like a stone, I fucking
Beautiful,
make it into a skull.
beautiful, beautiful, man.
It's like, and then
That's simple.
yeah, it's so simple. Like if I like like then I also like from customers, like, hey, can you make this stone, like make out of this stone? And I've never seen the stone, and I look at it and I fall in love with the color, like wow, And then they give me all these healing powers and stuff that these stones do for you. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I must be the most healed person out here. I got so many of these skulls,
you got so much healing going on.
Yeah, I was like, all this power, man. I feel like fucking invincible. I got all
Yeah,
these, yeah. So like, I let nature choose it for me, and then it's just like, there's so many nice things already in nature, and just like want to, just embrace them, like this was already made. It's been there for, there's some of these stones take, decades, not, or I'm not really well read on these stones, but they take a long time, I guess.
he's gonna sit up there and just say it takes decades to make.
Yeah, I had to stop there. Like, no, I'm just gonna be lying. They fucking say shit I don't even know. I had to stop right then and there. I was like, I'm not gonna inspire these people to lie. So yeah,
Not through the lie, not through the lie.
not through the lie. So yeah, it's just like I think it's just it's they're hard to make and they're beautiful, and I really enjoy the way they look in a case or the way they look with a cigar on top of them.
Yeah, yeah. Those pictures are it's amazing. They're very photogenic, and it looks great to just have that the skulls or the other stand you got, and that ashtray is beautiful.
Man, just wait until they come in. I'm waiting for those so hard. Fucking
That ashtray is beautiful, man. And I'm definitely gonna get me one of those. I have to. Um. So besides the ashtray, you have any other products on the way?
oh, those ashtrays pretty much got my whole yeah, pretty much it. Other than more skulls coming in for this upcoming season.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a ton of new skulls coming in. It's every skull is different. I just there
Every
it
single
says
one.
yeah, every single one's different. Even if they're same stone, they all vary in color and like
Yeah, yeah.
density and stuff like that. So it's like
And that's the beauty of them because
yeah,
they're all of them are one of a kind.
it's exactly.
They're all skulls, but every single one of them is one of a kind, and that's beautiful and
And
amazing.
like
You know.
there's some that the group has to be a little bit towards the top of it because there's like a little mini crack in there that you don't want to get into, and it's like
Hmm.
it's a work of art. That's the way I like
Yeah,
to think about it.
it definitely is. It definitely is. Not too many people can take a skull. I mean, to take a rock and turn it into a skull
I
that
admire the people that do it for
is
me. Like
functional. It's not just decoration. It's functional.
oh man,
That's
it's like
great.
I love the people that are, they're so kind and so nice to like like they always like try to like teach me on these what these stones mean and stuff like that. I tend to listen a little bit, but not too much.
A little bit.
You
A
know?
little bit. Listen until it's time to go get another cigar.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So
So here comes that inspiration I'm about to pull out of you. What are some of the biggest obstacles you had to face in getting started?
Believing in yourself, man. That's one of the main things. There's like when you start, like this wasn't this wasn't the first call I made. Like it's just like believing in yourself and knowing that you have a vision that hasn't yet come true. Like
Hmm.
you had this image in my head of what a skull was supposed to look like, and I will make it. And like nowhere close to what I thought it should have been, or anywhere close to the time I thought it was going to take me to do it. And
Right.
like Jesus, like man, I thought it was going to be finished at 1 hour. It took me 4. Or like
Yeah.
getting Well, another obstacle is I got 2 kids. So like once I get into it, I gotta finish. And like the kids are like, "Yo, Dad, can we do this?" And like I just gotta do this. I gotta do this. So it's like that's one of the things that believing in yourself enough that it's gonna pay off in the future. That's one of the things I
Right.
look into it. And like I'm not losing time with my kids, but like I'm not fully embraced at them at all times because I'm working on other stuff.
Yeah.
But believing in the fact that it's gonna work out in the long run. So that's
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
that's a huge obstacle. And then just having enough capital to like purchase larger amounts at a time, because then when you purchase larger amounts at a time you get a little bit of a discount, but that wasn't always the case. And
Right.
one thing is I don't like taking shortcuts in anything. Or like, oh, these stones are cheaper but they don't look as nice. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
Like my
Right. Right.
ashtrays are nice and heavy and firm and they won't break on you. Like cost me a little bit more money to get that done, but I think that if you're willing to spend 20-30 bucks on a cigar, that's gonna take you and it's gonna last you, a good couple hours, and you're gonna enjoy the couple hours. You're willing to spend 150 on a cigar, on a ashtray that's gonna last you as long as you keep smoking. As
Right.
long as you keep
Right.
smoking.
and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you smoke and beyond.
These things, they're stone, man. They've been in the ground. So even if it
Yeah.
falls, and it's been they've been through the hardest part of their life yet. So it's not gonna go.
Right.
You're not gonna do anything to them that's gonna fuck them
You
up.
ain't gonna damage it. They've already been through all of that shit. Yeah, man. Hey, so how did you overcome the obstacles?
By you know, how did I overcome like those things? Like just working at night sometimes, and just getting better at it. And so that, while they were like an obstacle, like spending time with my kids. So like when they would go to sleep, I would still work on it, and I still like be on a drawing board. Like I gotta do this a little faster. I gotta do this a little bit better, And then sooner or later, it became a little easier. I was making like instead of 5 calls a week, I was making 10, and then 20 and 30, and now I was like, I got a nice inventory that I could like. If I don't want to work on it, I'm not gonna work on it. And like I said, I do have a full-time job, so it's
Right.
not like I gotta do this for a living. I do this as a hobby, and I really enjoy it. And I think that that's a really nice thing to do. Like do something that you enjoy doing, and then having it, keeping your mind occupied and your hands occupied as well.
Right. Right. Right.
That's a great tool in this uncertain in this time and day at this point. I would assume,
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
these hard times. I think that keeping your mind occupied and keeping your hands occupied really, really comes in handy, at least for me at the moment. Like
Right. Right. Right.
and then overcame, which is a lot of cigars, a lot of whiskey.
And you can't go wrong with that.
That's how I overcome it.
A lot of cigars, a lot of whiskey.
Not
I'll
too much
drink to
whiskey though.
that.
Not too much whiskey though. I like to drink it, moderately, like
Right.
a
I
glass or
like to
two.
enjoy the
Yeah.
whiskey. I'm not
No,
drinking
don't.
it to get drunk. I'm drinking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
enjoy it.
Don't get me wrong. There's been a couple of nights where too much whiskey's happened.
It it happens quite often, but you know why not?
Yeah, like I'm getting to the point where I'm about to turn 30 this month. So it's like, man, the hangovers suck. So it's like, geez, I would have one, and it's just like, man, it's like maybe I'll just have one.
Yeah, the thing about it is you don't drink to get drunk because once you get drunk, now you got to deal with the. But see, you only get drunk when you stop,
Yeah,
so you got to keep going.
yeah. I tried telling that to my girlfriend.
No, I'm not gonna say you got to say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
Ray
like
told me I got to keep drinking.
I gotta keep drinking, man. Come on, man. So what you learn from this podcast, Miguel? Fuck, keep on drinking, man.
Get some shirts made. Fuck, keep on drinking.
Yeah.
Man.
Can't get drunk if you don't stop.
Where do you draw the inspiration to keep going?
Man, my friends and customers, you know, like I got a great I wouldn't say a fan base, but people that enjoy the stuff that I make, and they just, you know, they're always hitting me up like, yo, can you make another one? I really love the one I got. I want to buy one for my friend, or I want to buy one for my dad, or stuff like that. That inspires me to keep on going, you know, like people want this, you know? So that truly inspires me. If there was only for me, I would have stopped a long time ago, you know? I got a plenty of them already.
Got them all over the place.
I definitely got them all over the place, you know? So if it was only for me, I would have, you know, stopped and kept doing what I'm doing at the moment, you know? But yeah, just people requesting more, friends requesting some of them, and also they make a great gift if, you know, you got friends and you just don't got to worry about what they like. Just throw them some FFK gear, you know?
Right.
Hey, here's happy birthday, you know?
Yeah, thank you. Saves you money on gifts.
Definitely. Something doesn't sell, just give them away.
Yeah, man. That's, and I don't think anybody would be upset with getting any one of those products.
I haven't gotten returned yet, so that's a plus.
Yeah, so that's definitely a plus, you know, because the products are great and amazing, and you need to roll more cigars.
I'm definitely gonna work I'm gonna work with a roller, and I'm really picky with like that one. I probably got a couple more of those ones that I told you that I rolled. If I find them, I'll send you some. You're gonna enjoy them. I really think you will.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
So what else? What you got, man? What you got?
I got plenty. So here's a good question. Why do you smoke cigars?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, man, when I started, I was just trying to be cool. You know, at this point, it doesn't make me look cool no more. Some people like, you go to parties and you pop out a cigar and they look at you kind of funny, you know? They're like, they don't understand the culture. They don't understand that these things are, they just look at it like if it's a cigarette. You know, it's not a cigarette. I smoked cigarettes for a very long time, and I just stopped a couple months ago. So like you know.
Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah, it's so tough to that's so tough to stop smoking cigarettes, because there's times where you're stressed out and you just like, it doesn't fix it and it doesn't stop it
at all.
But you think it does.
And it's just something to do.
Yeah, it's just a mind game that you play with yourself, and like and so it wasn't like I told myself I'm gonna stop. I'm like, I'm gonna give myself a day, give myself a 2, and once you stop for 2 weeks, you're like, you know, it's like it just gets you tired and lightheaded, you know.
Right.
I could do other stuff to make me feel that way.
Yeah.
I could work on some skulls and get some money.
Yeah. Work on some skulls, get some money. Work on some ashtrays, get some money.
Yeah. So people look at that. That's the way I see it. Like they look at you like, oh shit, this guy's like smoking a really big cigarette, you know? Which is not one bit. I don't get anything that resembles like other than smoke out of a cigar that resembles a cigarette. Other than smoke, man, cigars are tasty. They come in all forms and sizes. They're all. If you look at a cigarette, they all come in the same shape. You know, cigars come in all shapes and sizes, and they all come with a different, you know, different tones to it or a different taste to it, and I enjoy that. That's why I enjoy cigars, and I just smoke cigars because I like them. You know, and if you watch like some of these documentaries on cigars, you fall in love with how these, you know, these farmers take care of their product and how they harvest and how it takes, you know, months and months of preparation to get something that's even smokable, and that's even smokable. And then you get into these families that have been rolling cigars for decades, and like the flavor profiles that they're able to get out the same leaf that other people are not. Right. You know, like, because a lot of the farmers, you know, like a lot of the leaves come from the same farm. It's just the way you what's that thing called? Ferment it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
like the way you ferment it, the way you take care of it, the way you age it, and where you age it as well. It's so inspirational that these guys are just like they've been doing that for decades, and like it's passed on generation to generation. It's something that I really enjoy out of cigars, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's one of the main reasons I smoke cigars.
That's which is a great reason. I've heard I ask that question to a lot of people who smoke cigars, and I get a different answer every time. And
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that um, is consistent is the flavor, and I like it.
Yeah.
And everybody has different reasons for smoking cigars. My reason is it's relaxation. It's like a breathing exercise. It's for the flavors. It's so many different reasons, and everybody has their own reason of why they do it. So which is which is definitely not a cigarette.
Yeah, definitely not a cigarette.
But
So I just want to make that clear. Disclaimer: it's not a
I just had
cigarette.
to reiterate once again.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a
It's not a
cigarette.
cigarette. So that's my.
Smoking a cigar is like smoking 10 cigarettes. No,
Yeah.
it
No, it ain't.
ain't. Not at
Yeah.
all. You smoke 10 cigarettes, I guarantee you won't be standing up.
Yeah. No. Nah, there's some cigarettes I can't even go halfway, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I need a Coke after this. I need some blood. I need some sugar in me. I'm getting drowsy. Jesus Christ, and this fucking whiskey's not helping.
At all. The whiskey ain't gonna help it at all. You're gonna have to put a little water in that. So, we kind of touched on this earlier, but what sacrifices have you had to make in pursuit of building your company?
Man, like not going fun places.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta put some money into this. There's times where I invested money, like rolling tobacco, like rolling my own cigars. That was an investment on its own. Like getting tobacco shit from different countries. It's like that's expensive. And then like for it not to sell, so it's just like it seems like it was just a waste of money, but like you can't let it
right.
like get you down. It's like, all right, if this batch didn't make it, the next batch will. And then you gotta keep that mentality. That's the way I look at it. Like the next batch will. The next batch will.
Yeah, yeah,
And then just keep it. As long as you're not putting yourself in a situation that you're digging yourself a large hole that you're not gonna be able to get out of yourself. I think that investing on your own stuff and the stuff that you like doing, it's not a bad thing.
yeah, yeah. You gotta investing in yourself is huge. A lot of
Yeah.
people they don't want to take that step to invest in themselves because they're worried about, well, like you said, well, this one isn't selling. Well, you got to find the people that want it.
Yes.
Once you find the
Exactly.
people that want it, then it's gonna sell.
Exactly.
you know. And excuse my sweat. I'm sitting in the garage with this little bitty fan blowing on me because I didn't want the big fans blowing and messing up my audio. So
Just wait until you get your studio, man. Just wait until you get your studio. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
man. Once I get the studio, it's gonna be
Yeah.
air conditioned and I'm gonna be cool and chilling in there. And it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. Um, how has entrepreneurship changed your life?
I get a lot of friends like asking for seeking advice. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. So I just like keep pushing. I had a lot of friends that were like, like I started, like I said, like 6 years ago, and a lot of friends like will hype me up, and then they'll slowly like move away, and then now they're looking at it again like,
Right,
oh,
right.
like yeah, man, just keep on going, man. Just keep that, just keep on. Just keep on trying those things, and man, keep going. And then I like the way that I feel like a little bit better knowing that I'm investing in myself and I'm doing stuff for myself, because I got a great job. I'm an operation manager, which I got a lot of employees, but it's something about knowing that you're doing something after hours that it's working that could pay off in the long run for not only for yourself, but for your children or your family members and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That keeps me
yeah.
going. That's for sure keep me going. That's a motivation for me every day.
Yeah, that's a great motivation. You got to have a strong why. You got to have a strong why. You ain't got no strong why, you gonna stop. And once
I'm
you
going.
stop, it's dead.
I,
You know
I've,
what I
I've
mean?
taken breaks for months at a time where I haven't made anything, like I just not feel the inspiration. It's just like people believe that and once you start, you don't stop, man. I've stopped a couple of times. You just don't lose that mindset of it's going to happen, But
Right.
there's definitely times where I've been down and you know what, I've been too stressed out of work, and then there's no time for me like to go and put an extra couple hours on my own stuff, But as long as
Yeah.
you know that it's there, and once you're ready, you can pick it right back up where you left it at. And that keeps me going. There's times where like I've gotten home so tired and I just like sit in the couch and like about to take a nap, then I think to myself, get your ass up, dude. Like, you go to sleep later, you know? Go to sleep later. It's only
Yeah.
6 o'clock, man. Like, put in some hours. Put in
6
some hours.
o'clock.
Yeah, dude. There's been stressful days at work, you know?
Yeah,
You just want to come
I
home and
get
take a
it. I
nap,
get it.
you
Yeah.
know? And those days where I get myself up and do something are the days that are I make the coolest things out there. And it's like, wow, you see what I was gonna pass on this, and I got
Hmm.
up and I did this beautiful skull. It came out perfect, and I love it. You know, I can't wait to like gift it to somebody and sell it. Like when it's and then getting feedback from the guys like, I love this skull. Like, man, if only you knew that skull was not gonna happen. You know?
But you made yourself do it, and
Yeah.
look, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
I know you said that you outsource it now,
Mm-hmm.
but when you were making the skulls, how did you come up with the process to make it? Like, what were you doing to make it?
A little bit of my background. I used to love drawing and stuff like that, and I was like, I'm gonna sculpt it. I thought that drawing and sculpting were pretty much the same thing, which is not. Like I bought clay and I sculpted a little bit, came up with some crappy designs that didn't look like a skull at all, which I thought looks like a skull. But when you get like true feedback from people and loved ones,
What's
like, what the fuck is that?
that?
I'm like, it was supposed to be a skull, but I guess it's not. But yeah, then like some people, and another thing is like having my Instagram account, people reach out to me like, yo, can I help you do this? I got and then like I see the people have been doing it for 10, 20 years, like that's their passion, and I enjoy like being part of that process. Like, that's your passion. I want to excel, and I want to like help you out and helping myself out at the same time. Like, you keep
Right.
doing what makes you happy, and I'll try to push that product out there, and that's the reason I'm outsourcing it at the moment. But I won't be outsourcing it for long. There's a plan out there for me to like get myself something going.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what's been the best part of your journey?
May I say cigars and whiskey now?
You can. You can.
Yeah. Being able to like to go to cigar lounges and people knowing you, and like showing your product and like, oh, hey, I made that, and they're like, you did this? Like, yeah, it's mine. Like, let me buy you a drink, or let me try one of my cigars from my private stash and my humidor
Right.
box. Like, there's some people that just smoke cigars just to look cool.
Yeah.
And there's some cigars out there that are really high end that don't really do it for me, but it's just that they know they have the extra money to spend, and they spend it like, hey man, I'll smoke one of those for you, but it's not my cup of tea,
Yeah.
man. I got these
Yeah.
Cubans that came in, and I'm like, those Cubans are fake, right?
I
I
do
got from
that a lot.
Acapulco.
I do that a lot to my friends. Some of my friends, they have Cubans, and I'm like, uh, I hope you didn't pay a lot for those, because those aren't real.
I've learned to keep my mouth shut.
Right.
Some people don't want to hear that.
Right. And that's what I gotta learn. Just shut
Yeah,
up. They say I got some Cubans. Okay.
yeah. I learned like
I'm
they
gonna
give you
I'm
that.
gonna smoke this Christoph,
Yeah,
or I'm gonna smoke this Emperor's Cut.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Let me
smoke
smoke a
this my
Nicaraguan.
father's. Right.
That tastes 10 times better than that Cuban that you have right there.
You keep that
But
Cuban. You paying
yeah,
too much for that. You going to keep it. I'm
yeah,
gonna smoke what
man.
I got.
But yeah, I paid $90 a stick for this. I'm like, that's more. They must be good.
Keep your
Yeah, yeah.
$90. I'm gonna smoke my $9 stick,
Yeah,
and
I
you can come
say it
and keep the
nicely, like,
pussy.
you know what, man? I'm just, it's not that special occasion for me, so I'll let you keep it for a different occasion. That's
That's
I said
I'm
that
using
to
that.
for a couple of friends. Like, they're like, yo, look at this Cuban. I'm like, dude, and then man, that Cohiba has to have that hand, like that fingerprint on there, Brian. It doesn't have it, dude. And you try to teach these people some of that stuff, but some people don't want to listen to it. They're just like, oh,
Right.
you're being an asshole. Which, no, I'm trying to save you some fucking $100 here and there.
Right, which is why I'm going to use that. It's not that special of an occasion for me. What else you got? You're going to keep that for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to keep that for you while I'm, I don't, I don't want that.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your two most important principles?
Man, I'm just a simple Joe, man. I don't know.
That's a good question, huh?
It's a good question. It got me thinking. I was like, never been asked this question. Was
See, you should have read the questions.
exactly. No, I would have made some shit up. No, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to be in the moment. You know, a little bit of fucking little dizziness with a cigar and a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah,
scotch will
yeah.
make me. My principles is like one thing is showing my children or my two little ones that you gotta work hard. So it might not be a principle, but it keeps me going. So like just finding motivation. I guess that's a principle, right? Keep the motivation going
Yeah,
and
yeah,
believing in yourself and just enjoy the process of it. Enjoy the ups and downs.
yeah,
It's not always up and it's not always down. So ups and downs it's a great way of living and once you're down, don't stay down there, man. Find yourself out. Find yourself a way out.
yeah, yeah.
So that's
You gotta get back up.
yep, for sure. That's well, maybe that's the two questions. Maybe you answered your question. There you go.
Yeah, you answered it. And see, I told you I was gonna pull some inspiration out you.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I told you, man. What you sipping on over there?
Man,
Yeah, what you sipping on?
the 9 Bandit that I mentioned earlier.
Non-banded. You still sipping on that?
Yeah, for
Did
sure.
you?
I'm not.
I didn't see you pour no more in that glass.
Whew, man, I still gotta pick up my little 2 ones, man.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
probably get
okay, okay.
yeah, you can keep on going, but we'll leave that one for a different occasion, for a different
That's a different
podcast.
occasion. Yeah, that's a different podcast where we gonna keep on
So
pouring.
yeah, so let me ask you a question. So
What you
when did
got?
you start? Once you start doing this?
This podcast has been going for what is it? 3 months now.
Nice.
About 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
It started with it was three of us. We had a mobcast, and we all kind of split up to do our own thing to kind of try to get stronger to come back stronger later.
Mm-hmm.
And the Herfador started. I fell in love doing it, talking to people, meeting good people, having great conversations, inspiring people. I don't just talk to people who smoke cigars. I've had other people on here, and
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to like
it's
limit your experiences to just cigar smokers. It's only a handful of us out there.
yeah, it's a tight knit community,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
um,
Which I like.
but
Which I like.
yeah. It's not everybody doesn't smoke cigars, so that's a good thing.
But everybody
Um,
can enjoy a conversation. A good
everybody
conversation.
can enjoy conversation. Everybody can enjoy the inspirational bits that I pull out of people, like I pulled out of you.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
um,
So another question. So
inspiring people. What
this
you
is
got?
going live, right? This is going live.
Yeah.
So this is this going to be available to hear future in the future somewhere else, or is this being recorded, or just live?
Oh, it's gonna be on my YouTube channel as
Okay.
well as my website, and I'm also gonna put the audio on Spotify on my podcast.
Nice.
So I'll definitely send you all of those links when I get it done.
Mm-hmm.
My wife just put in there. It's been going longer than that, so maybe 4 or 5 months. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Probably about maybe 4 months. Put,
Okay.
put how long it's been going on in the comment. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 months. It
Okay.
hasn't been,
Once you're enjoying time is just time.
time is time. Time is
Yeah.
relative.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy um, learning about people's businesses and learning about their inspiration and their whys. That's another thing. And that keeps me going. So that's another reason why I do it.
For
Um,
sure.
just because I'm a people person. I like talking to people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's great.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So, um, do you have any advice for anyone starting or thinking about starting a business?
Just start it. Just start it. As long as it's not. My only advice is like don't put yourself in a situation in which you don't want to be in. You know, start small. Why go all crazy? Some people like they have this idea in their head, and it's happened to myself as well. That I want to invest everything on what I my dream is, and like sometimes it's just not
Right.
not not you know if you're not I don't know, like business wise and stuff like that, it's hard, but like start, because you can start,
Yeah.
don't stop. and just don't put yourself in a situation you don't want to be in.
Yeah, man, that's a running thing that's been going, a running theme that's been going through all of these podcasts is just start, do it now. You know,
Why
and
wait till you're 50?
exactly why wait. What are you waiting for? You ain't doing nothing but sitting at
Someone's
home anyway
someone's
right
gonna come in
now.
with that. You're not the only bright mind out there.
Exactly. And if you don't do it, somebody else is going to live
Yeah,
your dream.
exactly.
So you might as
So
well do it. Do what you want to
exactly.
do.
So yeah,
Yeah, bro.
just that's my. I'm not, I'm not no Jeff Bezos or this. And I'm just telling you, it started. They all started from something as well. Like
They
just
all started from somewhere.
yeah, exactly. It just and just make sure that you have people that you enjoy doing it with. Like smoking a cigar with friends and stuff like that. And like that's my only word of advice. Just start. And it's
Yeah.
it's really simple. Just start.
Great word of advice. Just start. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses.
Yeah,
Just
I got
start.
100 excuses not to like do what I'm doing. Like I mentioned earlier,
Exactly.
I've been in a couch that was like, you know what, I deserve a nap. Like screw you, get your ass up. Like no one's told
Don't
no.
make a stall.
Yeah, no one told me to get up. They know that I've been working hard all day. And then like
Right.
they cater to you and like, take a nap. And like, what, fuck this, I'm not taking a nap. I'm gonna do
Get
something.
up. Get up. Do
Exactly.
something. Do something.
Yeah.
You know? So what's next for FFK Stain? Fuckface Killer. What's next?
Fuck face killer, man. I might bring that name back one day. That's next.
One
No.
day.
One day I'll bring a little retro thing to it, and that's one of my things I'm thinking about. Just once I get a little bit, more known and stuff like that, which I appreciate. I appreciate all the followers. I appreciate all the feedback I get from other people, and I just want to get more people to follow me, more people to enjoy an ashtray, a scar, and just make those conversation, pieces out there. Like, oh, where do you
Right.
get that? Where do you get that? And then just like, I love hearing when I love when people like DM me like, hey, I heard from you. I heard from this guy that I could get a scar from you. And trust me, every time I hear that, the person that gave you that that wisdom, I hit him up like, yo, hey, your next call, I got you at 50% off, dude. Like, hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for throwing somebody out there, which you're gonna get. Don't worry.
Ooh, I like
Yeah, yeah, for
that.
sure.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I'll drink to
yeah.
that.
Let's all drink to that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I came across your page. I don't even remember how. I think it just popped up on my explore page one day, and I followed you because I like the skulls and I like the stands, and I wanted to get one, and I never pulled the trigger and got one. That's gonna change. I'm gonna order me some stands.
Well,
I'm gonna
let's
order.
once the we call it once those ashes come in, we'll talk about it, man. I'll give you a nice little care package. Don't worry.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that.
It's
I
not gonna break your
appreciate
bank,
that.
that's for sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Um. So yeah, I appreciate you accepting my invitation. I
Oh yeah,
appreciate the
yeah,
conversation. We got to
for
do it
sure.
again.
Yeah, brother, for sure.
Thank you.
No worries, and it's perfect timing for me to go pick up my little kids, and then you know, and then just remember the conversation me and you had, and it would be great.
Yeah,
Listen
man.
to it again.
Like,
Listen to put some friends on it. Um,
definitely.
and I definitely would love to hop in one of your lives once the ashes come in.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Once the ashtrays come in, we definitely got to do this again.
All right, brother.
Definitely. I appreciate it, man. Oh wait. We got a question. Hold on, before you go. Question: how do we order?
I'm not that wise guy, so just DM me, man. I had this little. There's a link. There's a link in my thing, but you're better off. I'm too busy enough to like keep on adding new products to that page
Right.
because you gotta. These are all one of a kind, so it's like for me to keep on taking pictures and putting them in, and it's just your best option is just DM
Right.
me. And if and they say they got this from this podcast or with this, I'll definitely shoot them a little discount. No worries. Just
So
let your friends know. Just
everybody
DM
who's
me.
listening, everybody who's watching later on, whenever you
Mm-hmm.
watching this, you heard what he said. You
Man
know,
of my word, man.
mention,
Man of my word.
mention the podcast, you get a little discount.
Mm-hmm.
So also, But before we go, man, put it out there. Put it out there. Put out your Instagram, and all of that good stuff. How people can get in
Uh,
contact with you.
just FFK underscore stands, and then you'll get a hold of me. I try to be on Instagram as much as I can, but like I said, I do have a job, so after hours is best. But I will always get back to it. If they DM me, I'm always gonna get back to them. Within 24 hours.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You heard it. FFK stand. Hit them up. FFK underscore stands. Hit them up
Yes,
on
sir.
Instagram. Get your skull. Get your skull stand. Get your, I don't know what you call the other ones. Get you the other stand.
Yeah.
And check out them ashtrays, man. I'm telling you, them ashtrays are nice. I'm
No.
telling you, them ashtrays are nice.
And I've
You
gotten a
got
little
to
bit of
do it.
negative feedback from them, like, oh, they only hold one cigar. What, are you smoking two at a time?
Man, when you sent me that picture, I told you, man, the design is beautiful. The cigar sits here. You got the
Mm.
slide for the ashes in case it falls off, and you got the little ash reservoir at the
Look
bottom. Man,
at
that
it.
thing is beautiful.
You see
Yeah,
how
look, 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 look. Look at the
the way
ashtray.
the way it ramps down. There's no light here. Give me a second. Let me put some light out here. There you go. See the way it
Look at that
ramps
thing.
down. The way it ramps down, you can still see my logo there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you don't want to cover up the logo. Look at that. You see where the cigar is, and the ash just slides on down, and you got the reservoir at the bottom. That's all you
Yeah.
need, man. That's beautiful.
Exactly. All right, brother.
Before you go, sorry, one more
No, no
question.
worries, man. Bring
Do
it in,
you
brother.
do custom orders?
As far as like what kind of custom orders, like I'm limited to like at the moment I am a little bit limited in custom orders. But I do take like special like let me get this stone or different stone. I do that kind of stuff, but not like if you want to get like something engraved in it, I could do it, but it's gonna take 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
going forward, that's another part of the master plan. Being able to engrave like your special occasion dates and stuff like that for
Yeah.
weddings,
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
birthdays and friends. It's in
And
the works
one that says the Herfador.
for sure, brother. Don't worry. Just once maybe like on our 10th podcast anniversary, we'll give you one of those.
Hey, we'll do it, man. We'll do it. You know. Um. Yeah, man. So FFK underscore stands on Instagram, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
DM him to get you a stand, to get you one of those nice ashtrays you saw, one of those skull stands he held up. Yeah, DM him and hit him up, you know. And man, I really appreciate you accepting my offer. I know you got to go pick up your little one, so
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna let you go, man. I really appreciate you.
Just let me know when these things are out there so I could, pass on the information so other people can
Oh
listen to
yeah,
it and
definitely,
get more
definitely,
followers
definitely,
your way, Make this
definitely, definitely.
podcast what you're dreaming of,
I appreciate that, man. And I'm gonna get you some ashtrays